Good evening, you guys. I am sitting here with the absolute marvelous, breathtaking, the Marvin, the Bishop, excuse me, the
I'm trying to figure out who she's talking about.
What you mean? The Bishop Marvin Sapp. How are you doing today?
It's good to be here. I'm just chilling. I mean, it's been a great day.
How was your flight in?
Uneventful, which is always good.
It happens.
As long as it takes off and lands, you're cool.
Hey, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Well, first off, I want to say on the behalf of the Prairie View A&M University, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for coming here and enlightening us today.
I'm honored to be here. It's cool to be able to hang out with young people who are striving to achieve and be the very best they can be. So this has been a wonderful, wonderful breath of fresh air.
Breath of fresh air. Kind of like rejuvenating.
Absolutely. Being around all this, youth kind of helps you feel like you're young even when you ain't.
Right? Oh no. Okay. Well, not to take up too much of your time, I just have a couple of questions I just want to know, just so the world can get to know who Marvin Sapp is on a deeper level.
Okay.
So my first question is, where do you get your lyrical influences from?
Wow. I grew up listening to people that, a whole lot of y'all probably don't know. I mean, from a gospel standpoint, when I was young, the persons that you would listen to would be like the Hawkins and the Winans and stuff like that. But then, my R&B hip-hop influences, really not hip-hop, but R&B influences like Teddy Pendergrass and a guy by the name of P.O. Bryson. So, I listen to like a broad range of music. And I'm a very strong believer that lyrical content should be clear. If I'm going to be a gospel music artist, I need to make sure that my message draws people to Christ. So, I try to keep it churchy but funky.
I like that.
And that's been my formula, and it's worked for me. So.
Okay. Okay. So I'm a huge fan of yours. I've been a fan of yours since I was a child. Even when you came to New Light, way back when I was like maybe 10 years old, I've been a fan, and it's amazing to see me here now. But you have so many bangers, so many hits, man. How do you? Oh no, really? Which one do you hold nearest to your heart? Out of all your songs, I mean, you go. This is
now, honestly,
album 11.
This 11th album. Yeah.
Yeah.
The song that I like the most is the one that don't get no love but me. It's a song I did on the Thirsty record called "Place of Worship."
Okay.
That's my favorite song out of every song I've ever recorded. The lyrics are, "Go find your place of worship. Look into your pain and find your praise. Every low place in your life prepared you for your high place. And every tear that you cried was water for the garden of your victory. Even though you're in the valley, victory comes through adversity, so go find your place of worship." That is my favorite song that I've ever recorded out of all the 11 records that I've done. And 11 records, that means 120-some songs. Yeah.
Wow, showing your age.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible, and it's going to happen to you soon.
Oh, yeah, I know. Wait, I'm trying to stay youthful.
That's why I got on my Jordans.
Yeah. Okay, so have you ever considered remixing Never Have Made It? Well, Never Could Have Made It, I'm sorry.
No, you don't touch stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, iconic songs, you just let them be. I'm first off, I struggle with people doing remakes anyway.
Right.
Especially if it's something like a major song that's like had major impact. I think because what a lot of people don't know, Never Would Have Made It. Believe it or not, it is the longest running #1 single across musical genres. It sat at #1 for 49 weeks, and that's above Elvis, Michael, Beyonce, you name it. Nobody's ever had a song to sit on the top of the charts. It's only 52 weeks in a year.
Right.
So nobody's ever had a song to sit on top of the charts for a full year. And so I'm like, I ain't trying to mess with it because, the formula has worked. So, and everybody's singing it. So I appreciate it. And they buying ringtones. And that song helped me put my kids through college. So I'm not going to mess with it.
Okay, well, last question. So if you had to describe to us who Bishop Marvin Sapp is in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
If I had to describe, nobody's ever asked me that question in all the years I've been doing interviews. If I had to describe Marvin Sapp in 3 words, I would say simple, complicated, simple.
So why simple, complicated, simple? Can you elaborate a little bit more?
Yeah, because I think that, I'm not a difficult person. I'm easygoing. I'm easy to get along with. I'm the same wherever. Even though I've been successful, people that know me know that I haven't changed. I still go to the mall. I still do. I don't travel with a whole bunch of people. Actually, I was driving up here by myself, and I had to pick them up to come up here. Because I feel like that when you have a lot of people around you, it draws attention.
Right.
And I don't like a whole lot of attention, even though I get a lot of it. I kind of like the simple aspect of my life. But people think you're difficult.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can be complicated. So when I look at me, I say, well, I think I'm a simple guy, but some people think I'm complicated. So I say simple, complicated, then I get back to simple.
Right.
Because I think if you never believe your own press. I mean, you read stuff about yourself. People say all kind of great things about you, and if you allow yourself to, believe all that kind of stuff, it can mess you up, for real. And I've been a strong believer that you always stay low, and that's what I strive to do. I just strive to just stay as low as possible, because the same people that you pass on your way up, you're going to pass on your way down, because life is about seasons, and seasons change. And so I just believe if you just remain the same, the people that you passed on the way up, when you're coming down, they won't treat you funny. They'll be like, that's just Marvin.
Right.
So that's what I like about being who I am. That's why I stay where I stay. I live in a little town, Grand Rapids, Michigan. I never left, because I feel like David. The prophet found David in Bethlehem. You ain't got to go nowhere to be discovered. You can stay where you at.
Exactly.
Because God knows where you are. So he found me, Fred found me in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And I was like, well, I'm going to stay there until God moves me. So that's been all my life.
I love that. I love that. Well, thank you so much for joining. Oh, no, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Toni Hall signing out with KPVU. Take